Chosen one. Today I have come to remind you to pay attention to a warning sign appearing in your life, not to make you afraid, but to help you avoid a decision that could leave you with regret. I am Michael, and I will not turn away merely because you were not ready to listen during a particular moment. Sacred love does not abandon you because you became distracted once, nor does it use disaster to force you into belief. I remain near, patiently waiting for you to become calm, because what I want to give you is not fear, but awareness. You are approaching an important turning point, and your hands need to open not only to receive a gift, but also to release what has taken away your peace for far too long. The world around you is changing in ways that may not yet be easy to recognize. Certain relationships may be revealing their true nature. A choice that seems very small may affect many months ahead. An unexpected opportunity may make you want to seize it immediately, while a very quiet voice within you urges you to slow down. Do not dismiss that feeling, but neither should you treat it as proof that a disaster is certainly approaching. A genuine warning does not drive you into a state of distrusting everyone. It simply invites you to observe more carefully, ask necessary questions, and avoid giving your trust too quickly to what has not been verified. You may avoid much suffering simply by refusing to decide, while you are frightened, lonely, or overly eager to change your circumstances. Perhaps recently your chest has felt heavier, your sleep has been shallow, or your mind has continually returned to the same issue. Do not immediately assume that this is a dark omen. Sometimes accumulated tension causes the body to speak before you recognize how exhausted you have become. A heart that has been suppressed for too long may become sensitive to every change, and a mind lacking rest may see danger before sufficient evidence exists. Therefore, the first thing I want you to do is not search for a prediction, but return to calmness. Breathe slowly, drink water, rest, and examine the situation in clear light. If tightness, pain, or unusual sensations continue, seek support from a qualified professional, because caring for yourself is also an act of wisdom. I know you are hoping for something significant. You are almost ready for change, but being ready does not mean you must hurry through every newly opened door. Some invitations appear attractive while carrying unclear conditions. Some people return with beautiful promises, but have never accepted responsibility for the wounds they caused. Some financial opportunities make you believe you must decide immediately or lose everything. Yet, that very pressure is a reason to step back and examine them. What is good will not fear verification. A sincere person will not become angry because you need time. A right path will not require you to betray your values, conceal the truth, or sacrifice your peace in order to enter. Among the people with whom you regularly interact, there may be a relationship that is increasingly exhausting you. Yet I do not want you to immediately conclude that someone is sending dark energy toward you or secretly planning to harm you. Unsupported assumptions can separate you from innocent people and take away your ability to judge fairly. Instead of searching for an invisible enemy, observe what is specific and concrete. Who repeatedly diminishes you under the disguise of humor? Who approaches you only when they need something? Who makes you feel guilty whenever you establish a boundary? Who claims to love you while continually ignoring your feelings, time, and safety? Repeated behavior is what you need to examine, not accusations built upon temporary emotion. If there is a bond that needs to be severed, it may be the dependency that makes you believe you must endure suffering in order to be loved. It may be the need to please everyone, even when doing so leaves you empty. It may also be the habit of returning to familiar places simply because you fear the emptiness of a new beginning. I will help you loosen these bonds, but you must also cooperate through clear choices. Share less of your private life with those who have not demonstrated trustworthiness. Protect your documents, personal information, and finances carefully. Say no when you are pressured, and do not over-explain yourself to people who continually attempt to bend your boundaries. You do not need to type anything in a comment section in order to connect with me or receive protection. A few written words are not a ticket that purchases safety, and sacred help does not depend upon whether you interact with a piece of content. If you wish to mark this moment of awareness, say within your heart, I choose clarity instead of panic, truth instead of speculation, and peace instead of pressure. This is not a spell, but a reminder that you are responsible for your decisions. You have the right to pause. You have the right to ask more questions. You have the right to change your mind when you discover something unhealthy. No one is permitted to use the fear of losing an opportunity to force you to act against what you know is right. What you are about to receive into your open hands may not be an unexpected object, but an understanding that helps you see a situation clearly. You may receive a message confirming something you once suspected. A conversation may provide an answer to prolonged silence. You may also suddenly understand that you no longer need to remain within circumstances that continually wound you. Such clarity is itself a gift, because it helps you stop wasting strength upon something that cannot be built. Do not underestimate a calm decision. Many lives have changed direction, not through a noisy event, but through a moment when someone became clear enough to say, I will not continue along this road. I also want you to protect the peace within your home. Examine practical matters you have postponed, such as locks, documents, payments, electrical devices, or important appointments. If you are traveling, confirm the schedule and necessary information. If a stranger offers something involving money, verify it through official sources. If you are in conflict with someone, do not meet them alone in a place where you feel unsafe. These actions are not signs of fear, but healthy caution. Protection comes not only through prayer, but also through awareness, preparation, and practical steps. Beloved child, no one is holding strings that control your destiny like a puppet. You are not powerless before the future. Life is shaped by many things, including circumstances, choices, the support you seek, and how you respond when truth is revealed. I have not come to remove decision-making authority from your hands, but to remind you to use it maturely. Do not allow someone else to speak in place of your intuition and reason. Do not surrender your entire future to a prediction. Listen, but also verify. Pray, but also act. Believe in what is good, but do not ignore clear signs of dishonesty or manipulation. The most precious opportunity you have today is not keeping your eyes on a video until its final moment. It is the opportunity to pause before repeating a mistake, care for yourself before becoming exhausted, and leave a cycle that has hurt you for too long. That opportunity will not disappear, merely because you require more time to think. What is genuine can withstand light, questions, and waiting. Allow everything to reveal its true nature, and then you will know what needs to be preserved, what needs to be repaired, and what needs to be released. I am near you, not with a threat that this is your final opportunity, but with the patience of a guardian who does not want to see you enter disorder, while a clearer road remains available. Calm yourself, observe, and do not frighten yourself with things that have not happened. If there is a genuine danger, seek help from trustworthy people and appropriate support services. If what you are experiencing is merely the echo of former wounds, give yourself time to recover. In either case, you have not been left alone. I will continue reminding you to return to truth, dignity, and peace, because the greatest protection does not come from panic, but from an awakened heart, capable of choosing what is good, while every other voice attempts to pull it away. I invite you to pause for a moment, because genuine protection begins when you choose awareness rather than allowing fear to control you. Beloved child, deciding not to ignore instability within your life is a mature step. But you must also remember that no message, video, or button possesses authority over whether you are protected. The shield surrounding your life does not break simply because you leave a screen, and peace is not taken away because you did not listen to the end of a warning. I do not hold you through threats. I guide you through clarity. I want you to remain with truth, not to be held captive by the fear that disaster will immediately occur if you stop listening. What is sacred does not bind you with panic. It helps you stand upright, think carefully, and choose freely. You may have noticed unusual behavior from someone. A person who once appeared caring may be saying one thing while doing another, or a relationship that seemed stable may have begun revealing difficult gaps. Yet do not immediately conclude that deception lies behind every smile. I do not want you to turn awareness into suspicion toward everyone around you. Examine what can be verified. Do their words agree with their actions? Do they respect your boundaries? And do they take responsibility when they are wrong? Or do they always try to blame someone else? Truth does not usually need great noise to reveal itself. It is seen through repeated patterns of behavior. When you stop making excuses for what continually wounds you, you will recognize what needs adjustment without living in obsession. If an unexpected message arrives, a phone call comes, or information leaves you confused, receive it calmly. Do not allow urgency to make you respond before understanding the situation. You have the right to read it again, verify the source, ask for more information, and take time to think. If it concerns money, an account, a password, or documents, do not provide information simply because the sender pressures you. If it concerns love, do not allow one emotional confession to erase a history of inconsistent behavior. If it concerns your safety or your family, seek help from trustworthy people and appropriate authorities. Wisdom does not mean fearing everything that might happen. Wisdom means knowing how to respond correctly when something genuinely occurs. I know there are moments when anxiety runs through you. Your heart beats quickly, or your mind begins creating difficult scenarios. Those feelings deserve attention, but they are not always predictions of danger. Your body and mind may be reacting to lack of sleep, stress, old memories, or responsibilities that have been suppressed for too long. When this happens, slow down and return to the present. Breathe deeply, drink water, rest, and write down what you truly know rather than what you fear. If anxiety continues or interferes with daily life, seek the support of a qualified professional. Asking for help does not weaken your faith. It honors the life that has been entrusted to you. You are not standing upon a fragile boundary where 1 second of inattention causes every blessing to fall into someone else's hands. What is good for you is not built upon such threats. Some opportunities require timely action, but the right timing does not mean deciding in panic. When a worthy door opens, you can still observe it, ask questions, and consider the consequences before entering. A healthy blessing does not take away your ability to reason. It helps you mature in how you receive. If something can exist only when you are forced to hurry, become afraid, or abandon your boundaries, you need to step back and see its true nature. I also do not require you to turn on every notification or subscribe somewhere in order to maintain protection. Such actions are merely choices about using a platform, not sacred covenants. You may follow something that brings knowledge, peace, and healthy value. But do not give power to anyone who claims you will lose a blessing if you stop listening to them. No one is permitted to use your vulnerability as a tool for keeping your attention. Sincere guidance will always leave you free to go, reflect, and return if necessary. It will not make you afraid that your future will collapse if you do not press a button or if you miss a piece of content. The protection you need is not a mysterious veil existing for only a few minutes, but a life built through wise daily choices. You protect your home by checking the locks, preserving private information, and knowing who has permission to enter. You protect your finances by monitoring expenses, avoiding offers that seem too good to be true, and refusing to make decisions through greed or pressure. You protect your relationships by clearly expressing your needs, establishing boundaries, and refusing to tolerate disrespect. You protect your mind by reducing your exposure to content that continually creates fear, resting when necessary, and seeking people who will speak honestly with you. These seemingly small actions are how a shield of wisdom is built around your life. Something important may be approaching, but you do not need to know everything in advance in order to prepare. Bring order to what is disorganized, complete unfinished responsibilities, and clarify the relationships that leave you confused. If someone continually causes you to doubt yourself, observe whether they are using silence, guilt, or threats to control you. If an opportunity excites you, ask what it requires you to sacrifice. If a change makes you anxious, divide it into small steps instead of imagining every consequence at once. Preparation does not mean living as though disaster is always waiting outside the door. Preparation means giving yourself the ability to respond well when life changes direction. Beloved child, I do not stand between you and the world in order to make you dependent upon continual warnings. I stand beside you to remind you that you already possess the ability to recognize, learn, and choose. Protection does not remove every difficulty, but it gives you strength not to be defined by difficulty. At times, another person may still disappoint you, a plan may still change, and something you trusted may reveal a different nature. Yet you will no longer be as helpless as before. You have learned to ask questions, verify information, say no, and leave places that are no longer safe. That maturity cannot be taken from you. Therefore, do not remain with anything merely because it tells you that danger will come if you leave. Remain with what makes you calmer, clearer, and stronger. Do not believe a statement simply because it causes your heart to race. Examine whether it leads you toward responsibility, truth, and freedom. What is sacred does not make you live every second in fear of loss. It teaches you that even if an opportunity passes, you can still learn and continue. Even if someone reveals dishonesty, you can still heal and rebuild. And even if a plan fails, your future has not closed. I invite you to begin living in sacred alignment in a simpler way. Place truth above temporary emotion, peace above pressure, and dignity above the fear of being left behind. Remain awake without panic, careful without becoming closed, and gentle without permitting yourself to be exploited. The shield around you is strengthened, not by the amount of time you remain before a piece of content, but by the wisdom you carry with you after leaving it. You do not need to fear missing 1 second in order to remain safe. You only need to continue living clearly, listening to what is true, and trusting that no threat has the authority to take away the future you are building through courage every day. Beloved child, what once rushed toward you and caused fear no longer has the same power to approach, because I am standing between you and what does not belong upon the road of peace. I do not say this to make you freeze in panic, nor do I require you to keep your eyes upon a message, because you fear everything good will disappear. If you look away for 1 moment, I want you to pause in stillness. Take a deep breath and recognize that you have been preserved through many things you could not fully see. Certain decisions that appeared small led you away from unhealthy circumstances. Certain delays that frustrated you later became shields of protection. Certain closed doors made you weep. Yet if they had opened at the time you desired, you might have entered a place that did not agree with your growth. And calling, now you are standing before a genuine crossroads, but it is not a choice between a miracle and immediate disaster. One road is your former way of living, where everything is so familiar that you can continue without thinking. Upon that road, you keep accepting incomplete relationships, repeating reactions born from wounds, and convincing yourself that anxiety is normal. The other road requires greater awareness. It invites you to establish boundaries, abandon habits that weaken you, and enter opportunities you once rejected because you believed you were not capable enough. What is good for you cannot be stolen by another person simply because you did not act within a few seconds. Yet if you continually abandon yourself, you may fail to recognize an opportunity even when it stands before you. Therefore, what I ask of you is not fear, but clarity. I was beside you throughout the most difficult part of your journey. During days when you smiled while inwardly almost empty, and nights when you wondered how much longer you could remain strong. I heard the cry you could not put into words. A cry no one else recognized because you had become skilled at concealing pain. You endured alone because you feared becoming a burden, feared appearing weak, or feared that even if you spoke, no one would understand. But I want you to know that remaining silent for too long is not always strength. Sometimes, the greatest courage is admitting that you are tired, clearly stating what you need, and approaching someone trustworthy for support. You do not need to continue proving your value by carrying everything alone. The person who needs to rise now is you, but not to fight everyone or search for those who wounded you. You rise by returning to dignity, calmness, and the ability to choose. You once possessed a pure confidence before judgment, failure, and betrayal caused you to begin doubting yourself. You once trusted the voice within and knew clearly what was right for you, but over time you allowed fear and the opinions of others to enter every decision. I am helping you recover that strength, not so that you become hard or arrogant, but so that you can say no without guilt, say yes without panic, and move forward without needing everyone's agreement. The door opening above your journey is not an entrance that appears for only a few breaths and then vanishes forever. It is the symbol of a new season that you can enter only when you are ready to release the former version of yourself. What I am holding for you is not a secret object that disappears if you look away, but the understanding that you possess the authority to choose another way. That door opens each time you choose truth instead of deceiving yourself, peace instead of returning to chaos, and discipline instead of waiting for emotion to guide you. No one can close that door through a button, a threat, or your decision not to remain with a particular piece of content. The only things that may delay you are prolonged hesitation and the habit of doubting whether you deserve a healthier life. I know there were terrible things that almost happened, and you have often wondered why you escaped them. A meeting may have been cancelled, a plan may have changed unexpectedly, or a relationship may have ended just before it caused greater harm. You have the right to feel grateful for such protection. But do not begin living in fear that everyone around you is secretly working against you. Not every obstacle comes from a force targeting you, and not everyone who is uncomfortable with your growth possesses the power to harm you. Sometimes others react negatively because they do not understand your change. Some become uneasy because you are no longer easy to control. But your responsibility is not to speculate about hidden motives. Your responsibility is to examine actual behavior, create distance when needed, and seek help when a clear danger exists. The light within you does not need to be protected through confusion. It is protected through honesty, clear boundaries, and an ordered life. If someone continually diminishes you, reduce their access. If an environment exhausts you, wisely plan your departure. If you notice specific signs of danger, speak with someone trustworthy and seek practical assistance. Faith does not require you to ignore safety, nor does it tell you to confront everything alone. I protect you not only through what is unseen, but also through your ability to reason, the good people placed beside you, and the courage to take necessary steps. The moment that changes everything may not be an external event. It may be the second when you stop believing you are powerless. For years, you allowed the past to speak on behalf of the future. One failure caused you to believe you lacked ability. One abandonment persuaded you that everyone would eventually leave. One season of scarcity caused you to continually prepare for the worst, even while stability was drawing near. But today, you can look directly at these beliefs and recognize them as reactions formed in pain rather than final judgments over your life. When you change what you believe, you change the way you choose. And when your choices change, your journey begins moving in a new direction. I, Michael, do not stand before you to force you to remain through fear. I have come to remind you that you do not need to run away or become frozen before the unknown. Move slowly but purposefully. Examine what is disturbing your peace, the people draining your strength, and the responsibilities that do not truly belong to you. Do not call exhaustion loyalty. Do not call enduring disrespect love. Do not call a painful cycle destiny. You have the right to change direction without hating those who still choose to remain with what is old. Your growth is not a war against them. It is a commitment that you will no longer continue betraying yourself. Remember that you do not need to see the entire road in order to take the next step. Today, that step may simply be resting, submitting an application, calling someone trustworthy, reorganizing your finances, or clearly expressing a boundary that has been violated for too long. Such actions may not seem mysterious, yet they are how protection becomes action and clarity becomes life. I will not make choices for you that you are capable of making, but I will help you become calm enough that you no longer delay through fear. The strength returning to you is not intended to give you control over every outcome, but to help you know that you can face any outcome without losing your dignity. Therefore, beloved child, remain still for a moment, not because a door will close if you move, but so that you can hear the voice of wisdom clearly. What once threatened your peace has lost much of its power, because you are no longer the person you once were. You have learned to recognize warning signs, know when to step back, and no longer give unconditional trust to those who have not demonstrated sincerity. No one can steal what is good when it is built upon your maturity, integrity, and perseverance. Lift your head, walk through the crossroads with clear eyes, and do not allow fear to decide on your behalf. I am beside you not to make you panic before darkness, but to remind you that you already possess enough light for your next step.